Think targeting specific audiences improves your Facebook ads? Meta's own engineers just revealed it actually cripples their algorithm. So in this video, I'm going to show you a better way to run Facebook ads that has nothing to do with your campaign settings. This is an easy, proven strategy we've used to scale dozens of Shopify stores, and it works no matter your niche or experience. Meta released a cheeky update to the ads algorithm that makes one particular creative tactic so good at driving sales. Meta's engineers buried this key insight in a recent blog update that marketers and store owners must do if they want to blow up their brands on Meta ads. Their newest AI system, named Andromeda, just selects targeting settings more than ever as people's interests evolve over time. This update moves from static profile-based targeting towards a behavior-driven, real-time personalization. What this means is the old school method of stacking interests or using any settings to determine who you target just doesn't work like it used to. Not that it really ever did work that well. On top of this, interests are lagging indicators. By the time someone follows a page or gets tagged with an interest, they've often moved past the buying mindset. If you're relying on audiences, you're targeting yesterday's buyers, not today's. Even worse, you end up missing thousands of potential customers who would genuinely love and benefit from your product just because they didn't match this narrow persona you imagined. You're not smarter than Meta's AI. And the great news? You don't need to be. Meta now uses what's in your creative, your words, your visuals, your emotion to figure out who to show your ad to. Through your ad copy and creative, you can train Meta's algorithm to automatically find your ideal customers without you manually fiddling with interest groups, lookalikes, and hyper-specific targeting. Meta can be trained to know your customers better than you ever will. You see, Meta tracks billions of signals every single day. They track what people click, watch, buy, and interact with across countless apps and websites. That's data that you will never see inside your Shopify dashboard, no matter how closely you watch. Let's look at minimalist shoe brand, I think it's pronounced Seguro, to show you this. So rather than limiting their audience group to, say, runners, they've got messaging that points to core problems the shoes solve. Their ads speak directly to outdoor adventurers who want to hike light, active yogis and gym goers sick of sore arches and painful feet, seniors chasing long-term joint health, balance, and vitality as they age. The problem stays constant. It's the audience in the copy and creative that changes. To easily take advantage of this new way of doing Facebook ads for more growth, let me show you how fixing just one sentence is the better way to unlock thousands in extra revenue for your brand. This single sentence is the number one mistake brands make when writing ad copy. I came across this sunscreen ad that simply said, "Try the new Blue Lizard." For context, it's a sensitive SPF 50 mineral sunscreen lotion brand. That line has the emotional pull of a tax form. It's the laziest form of copywriting. It also does nothing to speak to a particular audience that uses this new way of doing Facebook ads. However, figuring out your customer avatar with demographics, things they like, what they sing in the shower, that's not what to do either. People don't buy based on who they are, they buy based on what they feel. Blue Lizard might sell to 25 to 40-year-old mums who shop organic or go to the beach, but those mums will spend extra on sunscreen for their kids, not because they fit a customer profile, but because they worry. The mums are worried about long-term damage. They're worried about chemicals on their children's skin. That's what drives the purchase. Now, let's rework this sunscreen ad using a smarter formula. I'm going to call out the buyer and hit the pain point and then solve it. For parents who doubt SPF, this sunscreen is kid-safe and non-toxic. It works without any harsh chemicals. That line describes the product and it speaks to the person. It gives Meta's algorithm what it needs to find your customers. And this is a secret to scaling ad accounts. How can you call out your audience so your ads get more customers for less cost? You can use the Shopify customer avatar worksheet I've built for you. I've made this dead simple for you. Copy the prompt and insert reviews. If you don't have any, you can copy your competitors' reviews into the prompt. Then copy the second prompt that contains the full customer avatar worksheet. This has given you an awesome ad that screams to your customer. If your copy doesn't scream, "This is for me," you're making Meta's job harder and wasting your budget. The right message matches a profile and hits a nerve. You've got an awesome first sentence, but if you're doing that right, your ads still won't scale if you ignore one critical tactic. When you have this copy and creative strategy that speaks to your target market, You're killing scale by using interest and lookalikes for your audiences. Such audiences are micromanaging, and Meta doesn't like being micromanaged. Here's what to do instead so you blow up your brand. Use broad targeting. There's a right way to do it and a wrong way, so let me show you. In an Advantage Plus campaign, broad targeting is built in and Meta's algorithm does the heavy lifting. With zero manual filters, you have access to the widest audience as long as your creative is strong and your pixel is trained. Meta will find the highest value buyers fast, enabling you to scale with minimal input. The most important part about broad targeting is that Meta is able to refine your audience in real time based on who's actively engaging and responding to your message. Are you beginning to see how all of this is fitting together? When you set up your next campaign, resist the temptation to manually fiddle with targeting controls that limit Meta's ability to learn and optimize. Instead, put your focus on what you can control: your message and creative. Once you clearly frame your product around a core problem, Meta becomes your personal matchmaker, pairing your ads with the people who need it most. There's another psychological tactic I'm using to explode sales even further with this new way of advertising on Facebook. Ever wondered why some ads become legendary while others vanish without a trace? Take this headline written by Martin Conroy. On a beautiful late spring afternoon, 25 years ago, two young men graduated from the same college. This copy progresses into the difference between why one of the men became president while the other was only a manager. The letter generated over $2 billion in sales for the Wall Street Journal. Why did it work? Because it didn't scream, "Look at us." It painted a vivid picture of who the reader could become. It hooked you with a story, if you read it, and made a future version of yourself feel possible, even inevitable. That's what great ads do. They don't just brag about features, they change how you see yourself. And that's why the best copywriters like Ogilvy, Halbert, Sugarman always tapped into what really moves people to act. The real levers aren't about the product. They're about time, money, effort, and status. People want to feel efficient, valuable, in control, or admired. If you want your ad copy and video angles to hit harder, you need to anchor those trigger points right into your message. Here's how you can do it with the Shopify custom avatar worksheet I've given you. I'll do it for the shoe brand, Usagiro, that we looked at earlier. I'll quickly get the reviews. Since I'm not an admin of the store, I've got to do some hacky. I press F12 to open up Chrome Developer Tools. I find the review widget and I see the Looks URL, which is a Shopify review app. I could manually copy the reviews lot by lot, but I'll continue with the AI theme and get ChatGPT's deep research to extract as many reviews as I can from this URL. All right, this got me 77 reviews, which isn't much or what is actually there, but it'll do for this. I then use the custom avatar document and prompt that's given to you for free in the description. From the prompts, I've got insights into a wide range of customers, including their primary pain points, as well as their hopes, dreams, and aspirations. In the context of these 4 psychological levers, I have discovered some big motivations, like a desire for pain-free feet, wasting money on overhyped shoes, wanting a shoe that delivers with instant comfort and no break-in. The biggest insight is seeing people's desire for an unrestricted life without being held back by foot discomfort. I can use all of these for new copy. When you dig into the quotes, pain points, beliefs your audience actually holds, you can create multiple lots of ad copy and video scripts that feel like it was pulled from their own head. That's when ads stop people scrolling by unnoticed and start converting, then scale. You've got awesome ad angles, but creative isn't enough to succeed on Facebook ads. Even the sharpest message will flop inside the wrong structure. You need a structure that lets you test smart without burning through your budget or relying on guesswork. And that's where flexible ad creative becomes your unfair advantage. Instead of trying to predict the perfect combination, flexible ad creative gives Meta multiple options, then lets the algorithm figure out what works best. Here's how the best Shopify brands are scaling on Meta right now so you can copy this better way to do Facebook ads. First, run an Advantage Plus campaign budget so Meta automatically shifts spend to top performers in real time. Next, use a broad Advantage Plus audience. No interest stacks, no over-targeting. Just set your location and, if absolutely necessary, gender. Each new test deserves its own ad set to keep data clean and results clear. So nesting tests separately ensures you don't muddy your performance insights or interfere with proven winners. At the ad level, test 3 to 5 creators with 2 to 3 variations of headlines and primary text. This setup gives Meta enough combinations to find the winning mix without overwhelming the algorithm or burning your budget. Meta dynamically tests combinations to uncover the highest converting angles. This stops you from wasting cash chasing interest groups that barely convert, gets you in front of buyers who scale your Shopify brand. Now you've got the structure, your messaging is solid, and Meta knows who to show it to. You'll find yourself struggling to scale your ads if you don't have the right creative testing system in place. So if you want to blow up your brand without burning through your ad budget, watch this next video I've made that shows you the perfect creative testing system for Facebook ads.